Hey guys, this is Ranchin here, being on Stock of Commentary. This is going to be the second set in the MSL, Hana Daetoo MSL Grand Finals. Have Flash playing against Jaedong. Flash so far 1-0 ahead. Both players sitting there in their booths, getting themselves ready, getting their headsets going, getting their groove on. Referee's coming in saying, "You ready to go? Let's go. We all ready to go." And all these two guys, I gotta say, Jaedong just somehow looks significantly more tired. There's no real way for me to explain it other than that he just looks significantly more tired. Just does not look good. Well, Flash, despite the fact that he also has those bags on his eye, just look like he's a little bit more determined is all. And he wants to prove he's never had an MSL final. Some people might be amazed by that, but he has never won an MSL title. So we're going to be seeing, he definitely wants one. I mean, he was craving that third OSL gold, but yeah, when you go, he just got GG played basically by effort. So he definitely wants to prove himself that what happened in the last MSL, he should have been his win. He should have been able to win that, but old times are old times. Let's forget the past and move on to the future, which is now. Did that make sense? I don't know. It's going to be an out-eye 2 at the upper left-hand corner. We're going to have Flash in teal. We're going to have Jaedong at the lower right-hand corner in orange, Terran and Zerg respectively. And I'm going to do some syncing, 34, 35, 36. And Odd-Eye 2 has brought some interesting games in this MSL, I feel. It's an interesting map. And we're going to see whether Jaedong's going to actually be able to, use it for his own advantage at all. Because despite those corners with the dual gases, this map can be utilized fairly well by turn players. Can play fairly safely on this map, despite it being a two-player one. So we're going to see what Flash. He starts off by going for a wall with a supply depot, doing similar to what he did in the first set, going for that wall as if he was going to go for a 12 hatch. But I think he's on a two-player map. He's not going to go for another 12 hatch here. Don't really think he needs. I think at this point he can just play his usual style, just go a 1 racks in a CC and win on that. I really think that's most like is going to be his most likely strategy, setting out his ACV scout right now. So it definitely looks like that's what he's going to do. We're going to see whether Jaedong goes for a 12 hatch or not. Looks like he's indeed going to be going for that, sending out his drone scout as we speak. I'm going to see what else he decides to bring in here. Probably going to be a 2 hatch Muta build. And if Flash goes for that 1 Rex into CC, it's going to be something he's going to be able to counter because he's done a very good job on that map before. Oh my god. Seriously? Wow, no Rex yet. He's just going to go for another 12. Dear lordy, dude, you are just madness in so many new words that I can't find for madness. Just significant. Wow, it's kind of mad, really. Kind of mad. Wow. Jaedong obviously not going to send out a drone scout. Going to go for a hatchery inside of his net before spawning pool. So he's going to go for production hatch before spawning pool. Trying to get some few tropes out there. Flash going to go in there with SCV. We're going to see. Wow, I am just stumped. Flash thinking, well, hey, I can go for 14 CC against Zerg if I want it, and I can win too, damn it. So that's what he's going to try to show here. Going to wall off pretty well just with that supply depot and that barracks. And going to keep himself safe for that. Going to take Jaedong still a little while to scout that. Or we're going to run to the wall in. And just by seeing that barracks not quite ready, he's going to go, oh, crap, are you kidding? Yeah, there's that third supply depot necessary for that wall. And Flashman has a scout going on. Going to spot the production hatchery coming up. Spot everything going on. Jaedong right now getting his gas going. And I might be going for something different, though. I'm not quite sure whether this is going to be for a Muta build. And Mutalist can be a little bit, unless you manage to abuse the behind of the... oh, dear God, that sounded bad. Unless you manage to abuse the positions behind the mineral line, somehow manage to kind of run between the natural and the main with Mutalisks, you can unfortunately get your Mutalisks boxed in fairly easily on Odd-Eye 2. And I've seen Mutalisks countered fairly well by turn players on this map before, so we're going to see how overall well Jaedong does against this. Going for a lair at the natural expansion. We're going to see what Jaedong goes. He might go for a lurker build. There is a significant amount of space around the middle and such that Jaedong might try to abuse. Going to see a factory coming up for Flash, so I think he might be going for exactly the same thing He went last for just trying to amass a mass army alongside science facility and medic marines and everything. We're going to see what tries to switch up instead, do something else. And I am having a hard time figuring out exactly what Jaedong going to do. So we're going to see. He knows what Flash is going to go for. Might try to go to a corner and just pick up a double gas, because he did go for 4th base in the first set to counter this build from Flash. Might do. He only has 2 so far, so he might be at least thinking of picking up his 3rd soon, unless he decides to just try to tech up quickly and beat it with tech, since massing bases didn't work last time. This time maybe go for tech instead. See the second barracks coming up this time for Flash earlier than the last time. Starport also on the way. Going to see what this is indeed going to be for exactly the same thing that it went for last time. See an academy on the way. Don't see an engineering bay yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be on the way. But I don't think Flash is expecting mutas out there, and I'm not expecting mutas either, so I'm not altogether too sure. Spire is going to be on the way. Still don't know if that's going to be for mutas or not. Might be for initial Scourge, because Jaedong probably going to have an idea of what Flash is going to go for. Still might go for these mutas. Try to amass a huge amount of mutas off those three hatchery. Just try to overwhelm. And we're going to see whether Flash is going to have enough to defend. This has an armory on the way, so this is not going to be like last time. Most likely going to be Valkyries. So he's going to go for some Valkyries and Medic Marines to counterattack these Mutalisks that might be coming out from Jaedong. And I think Jaedong's is trying to just amass a huge number of mutas as fast as humanly possible. Try to go in there and overwhelm Flash. I think that's going to be what he's going to try to go for. I'm not altogether too sure. Going to be seeing at least a Valkyrie, maybe 2 Valkyries in time, alongside Medic Marines on the ground to counter this. We will see. There are Zerglings right now going out there for Jaedong. Don't think they're going to be able to penetrate or do any damage, really. They're mostly just going out there as feelers, and I think Jaedong is just going to mass up a huge amount of mutas. And when his attack fails, which I think, aside from some miss micro from Flash, it will fail. Flash now scanning in, spotting the drone coming out, so it's probably going to see, okay, Jaedong moving out to pick up an extra base. Still don't see any turrets out of Flash, so he's definitely thinking that and getting those Valkyries out there. Don't need no damn turrets. Initial Valkyrie out there is going to have more ready for those mutas. 2 Valkyries with Medic Marines, might even get a 3rd one in there. So that's going to give him a significant amount of time. Bunker on the way. Although I still think Flash should go for an eBay just to upgrade his forces as well. SCV Scout being killed by the mutas. Significant amount, 9 mutas right out the bat. And a tech switch by Jaedong into Hydralisk Den. So I think it's actually a good idea as he also expands at that Volkak location. But he's going to have to get something done with these mutas. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to. There's going to be 1 Valkyrie out there. I'm not quite sure whether Flash might manage to get a second one. Does manage to get a second one out there. So going to be 2 Valkyries and Medic Marines. Some SCVs will go down. But are these mutas enough? Valkyries coming here. No Scourge to support. Going to get a volley off on those mutas. They're still looking okay. Not too heavily damaged. Barrett's going to get floated up. Also just open Flash up some space. Never mind closing the wall that he doesn't need anymore. Probably going to be seeing a bunker at that position. If we didn't already see. Yeah, there is that bunker right there behind this supply depots. Memory lapse. Zerg is also going to move in there, trying to find no position to sneak in as those mutas fight back, and a couple of Valkyries is going to force those mutas all the way back, and that Overlord's going to get killed. Although the Zerglings right now acting as a scout, just running around, trying to make sure Flash didn't go for anything sneaky, which is not the case. Flash just going for these 2 bases, going to mass up, move out already across the map. With those Valkyries out there, he knows he controls this guy. So as long as he doesn't lose those 3 Valkyries right now, he knows he's going to be able to push those Mutalisks back. He just needs to make sure not to try to fight the Scourge with the Valkyries. I mean, so many turn players try to, when Scourge come at Valkyries, just stop the Valkyries and shoot at the Scourge. Usually it ends up with dead Valkyries. So just get the, if the Scourge is flying at the Valkyries, just fly the Valkyries on top of the Medic Marines, get the Scourge dead, and then fire back. There's going to be a battle right here. Jaedong amassing himself. There's going to be a huge battle. Valkyries against mutas, Medic Marines as well. Scourge, 1 Valkyrie left alive, but the Zerglings massacred, and a lot of the Medic Marines still alive. And Jaedong, actually, the opportunity right now to move in. He should go for the kill right now. I feel that only that Valkyrie left, 2nd Valkyrie coming out there, 1 of them heavily damaged. If he gets some Scourge out there, might do a significant amount of damage. Flash Mutal going to go at this 4 o'clock base. Jaedong going to be forced to go for attack here. Has some Zerglings in their gun that all get ripped into. Mutalisks forced back. Couple lurkers here at the ready. Are they going to be enough? There are going to be plenty of scans. 2 lurkers, not enough. Scan goes off. 1 lurker manages to barrel, but barely manages to do anything before it dies. So Flash looking dominant here. Going to be able to take this base with still forces to spare. Hydra's now flying in to kill, and yeah, that's not going to be enough. GG from Jaedong, not bothering to continue. Could have kept the game going, but was a significant disadvantage at that point. 2-0 Flash, and Jaedong looking tired. Flash just looking like he means business. So we're going to see what it is that he does here. Is this going to be a reversal? Is this going to be another GG play? Only been pulled off, I believe, 3 times in history of the OSL. Not quite sure we ever had it in the MSL. In the OSL, we had it GG Play Iris, 07, Fantasy Jaedong, 09, and Effort Flash, 10. So, we're going to see what happens here, guys. Jaedong, don't count him out. He's still Jaedong. We're going to see. GG, guys. Wrench enough. This is listening. Hope you enjoyed.